Welcome to Off the Page Sacred Jazz. I'm Deanna Witkowski. Each week I share practical resources for church musicians who are seeking to merge the beauty of jazz with the richness of liturgy. This week I'm going to be sharing one of the sections of my morning mass. Last week I shared the Agnus Dei, and today I'm going to be sharing the memorial Acclamation and the Amen. Now, if you don't know what the memorial Acclamation is, if you think of the word acclaim or to praise or give a very joyful response, this is a response that happens during communion, and there's a couple texts that are often used. The one that I set is, when we eat this bread and we drink this cup, we proclaim your death, O Lord, until you come again. So I'm going to be sharing my setting of that, and also the cool thing about it is I've used pretty much the same music to set the Amen, which comes pretty soon thereafter. The memorial Acclamation is acclaimed. So before we get to that, I want to remind you that my new recording is out, Force of Nature, featuring the adventurous compositions of Mary Lou Williams. And Mary Lou Williams is the person who was a great jazz pianist and composer. You can actually see back here behind my piano, there's a poster from a concert of one of her major liturgical pieces, her third mass that I did in New York several years ago. But I wrote a biography of her for Liturgical Press called Mary Lou Williams Music for the Soul, which really is a general introduction to her life and her music, but really specifically focuses on her conversion to Catholicism and her spirituality and how that really permeated her music and her life. So I hope you'll check that out. Links to both the recording and the book are below. Now, getting back to the memorial Acclamation. So this is interesting because I had not set this part of the Mass when I originally wrote this many years ago for All Angels Church and Episcopal Church in Manhattan. And a few years ago, before I had moved here to Pittsburgh, which is where I'm living now, after having lived in New York City for over 20 years, and this is Mary Lou Williams' hometown, by the way. She kind of led me here, following her story led me here. But when I was here doing some research for the book, before I moved here in the fall of 2019, I believe, I was invited to do work with one of my friends, Sonia Caceres, at Oakland Catholic High School with one of her choirs. And this is an all-girls school, so there were all girls in the choir, and basically they learned one of my mass settings, and then we did this as a Thanksgiving mass with the whole student assembly, all the school assembly, everyone in the gymnasium. And everyone sang so heartily. It was really a joy to do this. In fact, I'm going to be sharing below. There's a link where you can check out a video of the girls singing there at Oakland Catholic. But when Sonia invited me to do this, she asked if I had a memorial Acclamation set, and I didn't, so I wrote one. So basically I'm going to be playing and singing this, reading from the lead sheet, just chords and melody, but I also have a fully notated piano score that you can purchase if you are so interested. So I'm going to start by doing the memorial Acclamation, and then do a brief pause, and then go through the Amen. Drink this cup. chord was not the beginning chord. This is in the key of C major, and we started on a C major and ended on an F major. And now here is almost the exact same melody and almost the exact same chords using this with the All Men. And there we started and ended on the C major. So obviously these two short movements belong together, as they usually do in mass settings. And I really hope that this is something that you can use with your community. I really feel like this particular setting, especially when we get to do the it just feels like this welling up of praise. And I hope that you experience that and that this music is helpful and useful to you. So next week I will be back with another off the page video, and until then I wish you a great week filled with much music.